Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is an AMX 1390. It's a tier 9 French light tank. It's located on the southwest spawn of Highway and it's under the command of Igunter of FILO. Now, although you may not know it, there is a famous streamer in this game. He's in the Skoda T50 and it's actually Ioxin. At least I think that's how you pronounce his name. I've never watched him on Twitch, but apparently he does have a lot of followers, almost as many as Quickie Baby, but, well, he's also a bit pretentious. He's actually driving to the town. You can see him there. Wowan 87 is what he's actually disguised as, but that is him. Now, Igunter's doing his job as a light tank. He's moving towards the town to try and find the enemy, and he's found them. A Hawk 30 was spotted by the enemy, and the Hawk is taking damage. And the Hawk is down. So first kill, first blood goes to their team. Okay, Igunter's now going to return because of course mediums and light tanks should go to the field in a battle on Highway, because otherwise you leave a flank open. And the unfortunate thing is Ioxin is actually headed to the town in his Skoda T50. Now that's a medium tank. And he's going to the town because he's going to take on the enemy heavies and try and pick up their hit points. But this rather puts the team at a bit of a disadvantage, because it now means that it's up to Igunter, 3 mediums and a tank destroyer to try and take on the enemy force that comes from the northeast. And that's going to be difficult because they're coming mob-handed, and he does not know that at this moment. The Centurion's started to find out because he's starting to get lots of holes in him. Well, he's had one hole in him already, but that's about to get worse. Igunter's actually sending a message pointing out that the mediums and lights are supposed to go to the field, and the Centurion's lost another load of hit points. And he's actually sent a message saying, "We need you here urgently." That was a message specifically to Ioxin, because if he doesn't get here soon, yep, we're definitely going to lose. And he spotted a Centurion. Yep, over there. And the T54 lightweight. Yeah, nice round into the T54 high roll. This little tank fires 90mm rounds with 240 output, penetration of 205mm, and a 4-shot auto loader. Ouch! That was from the standard B, and he dodged another round. It's got a I think it's about a 25-second reload. Okay, well, now they are coming in mob-handed. We've lost the Centurion. It's now just 1 medium, 1 light tank, and a tank destroyer. He got around into the Centurion and a Barask who's AFK at the cap, and suddenly he's started moving. Now he's poked over the ridgeline to have a look and see where everyone is. And I think some of the teammates in the town have actually realised, oh my god, we're about to lose our cap area. He pops over the ridgeline, takes around from the Centurion, can't get around back, and he's opted for the reload instead. Yeah, it's actually 22 seconds for a full mag load, which is actually quite long, but it is 90mm rounds, and well, he can do potentially just under 1,000 hit points of damage with those 4 shots. Slightly less than you get from the TVP T50-51 with 4 shots. That guy will do 1,200 hit points of damage. He's fired those rounds on the move, but he's opted for the reload straight away. He needs 4 shots to get the resets, and the Wizzy 111 Model 14's come back from the town because he realised what the hell was going on, and Igunter's ticked affirmative. Now the enemy started capping, but we're not loaded yet. Can you get a shot on that Centurion? No, but there's the Leopard prototype. Gets 1 into him. Go for a second. Yes, gets that as well. Leopard prototype is now 1 shot, and another Centurion hits him. He keeps getting hit by a Centurion. I think it's not the same one that keeps hitting him, but it's very, very annoying. And now he's had to reload, and only a few seconds to go. Can he get resets? He'll need to. They've got 3 in the cap now. If we don't sort this out, then we're going to lose this game very, very quickly. So Igunter's having to go right in, get the reload, get the resets. He's got resets, but unfortunately now he's on the wrong side of them and he's in reload and he's having to get away. At least he's got the building between him and them at the moment whilst he gets new shells in the mag. Unfortunately, the standard B's coming after him. Yeah, they're all firing in his direction. He's providing a good distraction, but they've still got 3 in the cap. And it's really difficult. He fires 1 at the standard B, doesn't get a hit. He gets that one in. Okay, but now he needs to come over the hill and he needs to get another reset. And unfortunately, he can't get another one. He did his best. He did everything he could, and only now does Ioxin suddenly realise, oh my god, we're about to lose the game, and he started to come back, but it's too late, and the enemy team is going to cap out, and they have. That was a total waste. That could have been easily played the other way. It could have been played properly with all the mediums going to the field and the heavies going to the town, but Ioxin wanted those hit points, and as a result, we've lost the battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was a third-class tanker for Igunter of FILO in the AMX 1319. It was a very brave show he put on, trying to get the resets to help win the battle. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5. He got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. And he did get enough for a defender medal by resetting the cap enough times. And yes, that's very welcome. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough because I'm afraid his teammates just weren't able to get the rest of the enemies, or stop the rest of the enemies from capping out once they had 3 in the cap. So sadly, this was a defeat. Let's have a look at team score. Well, you can see there that Ioxin actually did do the most damage in the game. He got 3,762 hit points. He got the highest damage, all right, but the reason why he got that damage was because he was hitting heavy tanks in the town instead of actually hitting the enemy back at his own cap, and the enemy who actually won the game. So he threw the game just to get the hit points. The next high scorer after that was, in fact, the Emil 2, who did go to the town and had a reason to be there because he's a heavy tank, 2,979 to him. And the Prototypo, who was one of the invading cappers, you got 2,656. He survived the battle, even though Igunter put quite a few holes in him in the process. And we can see here that, unfortunately, Ioxin didn't survive, but he came 3rd on his team when it came to damage with 1,867. Quite a bit further down, actually. I think he's actually 6th overall in the game because there were 3 enemy teammates, 3 enemy team members who are above him. But when it came to kills, it was actually the Emil 2 and the Skoda T27 on the enemy team who got the tops with 3 kills apiece. 2 kills for Ioxin, the Emil 2, the ELC and the Centurion on the enemy team. And we can see here that Igunter only managed to get the 1 kill in the game. But yes, at least he managed to get a kill, and it was the Leopard. And he did get the resets enough to get an epic medal. When it came to base XP, it was the enemy who did the best with 820 for the Centurion, 820 for the other Centurion, they're both working together, and 785 for the Prototypo Standard B. And we can see here that Igunter got the 2nd highest base XP because he was doing all the resets and making sure that, or trying to keep the game alive. If we look at the details, we can see he fired 15 rounds, got 9 direct hits, 8 penetrations, and damage of 1,867 hit points, all of it at more than less than 300 meters, so very close range. He received 7 hits from the enemy, 6 of them were penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and he spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 4 of the enemy, killed 1, and did 1,269 hit points of damage assistance, plus he got 90 defense points when he reset the caps. On a premium count, he earned 21,184 credits, got 3,618 credits more because he got an epic medal, and total came to 37,203 credits. After repair and ammunition resupply, and he used standard ammo throughout, 18,393 credits profit. He got 504 XP from the game and 297 for the Achievements Award, so he took away 1,202 experience points altogether. So a bit of a letdown, really. He said he may be a unicum, but he doesn't go where he needs to be. Yes, I think the problem is that a lot of unicums don't do what they're supposed to do, They do it because they want to get damage on the enemy, and as a consequence they're a bit spoilt, you might say. They don't play for wins, they just play for damage so they can increase their win 8 rating, which is the wrong way to do it. And it's like I heard, and I'm, you know, a lot of people might think differently if I'm to criticize Quickie Baby, but Quickie Baby frequently has said in the past that the way he handles the game is to let all the other players exhaust themselves. They've beaten each other up and they're all weak on hit points, and then he goes around and cleans up and wins the game. And at least that's what he says he does. Whether or not he actually does is another matter, but I have observed that that's technique that he applies does tend to yield fairly good hauls of hit points and fairly good results in terms of win rates, but it doesn't really, it's not very nice to not give your teammates any support and just let themselves beat themselves to death, and then you just clean up all the stragglers afterwards. There you go. I suppose that's one of the reasons why he's successful, but it's certainly in this game was a loss because a Unicum was selfish, and as a result, yeah, unfortunately Igunter did his best, but he couldn't save it because they left him too much to do and he couldn't do it all, and there was just too many people firing at him. So a bit sad on this game, but there you go. It does happen. You come across some Unicums and they don't do what they're supposed to do. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.